Alice. Um, I wanted to talk to you. I did not know that you were having trouble, so I'm glad you finally talked to me about it. Um, let's let's start at the very beginning, and that's 3.4, your final project, describing your company. And so you say my company would be a memory care facility that looks just like home. I watched a video on Facebook with the exact same idea and just fell in love with the ideal. Memory care is one of my passions in the nursing field. Disease is so misunderstood by many, and we have so much still to learn for others that are educated in this field. So, over here in the rubric, because you say you try to follow the rubric, in paragraph 1, describe your business, what it's going to look like. You sort of touch on that. The product or service. So, what service are you going to give them? You don't. So, you say you watched a video on YouTube and you fell in love with it, but it doesn't exactly say what product, what service this is going to be. Do in the second paragraph some, but you do it on the first one. I have dogs that's coming back from a walk, so I apologize. Um, and the third part of this is relates to your field. Well, you're not the only one that missed that third part, but you don't put it in here. You do a little bit about nursing, but I'm not sure what field of nursing you're heading into. So let's look at paragraph 2. You only gave me 2 paragraphs, and you need to have at least 3. So paragraph 2 is, who's your target audience? You're telling me about the design. There'll be shopping centers. They'll be able to keep their pets. People with dementia um, have to give up their animals sometimes. I would provide animal service. My goal would be to continue. Okay, target audience. Haven't got a clue. Are you searching for those that have been diagnosed with dementia, no matter what their age? Are you targeting people that are 65 and over? Are you talking about people a little bit older? Because a lot of 65-year-olds can still work, but if they have the dementia, they don't. So you're not saying who your target audience is. All right. So who are your clients or your customers? Would people that have the dementia be your clients, or would it be their caretakers, their family members, their friends that's helping to take care of them? Would you, would they be your clients, and that you would show them that you have providing their homes for uh, the target audience, which is between 65 and end of life? See, that's just, and what do they need? Well, you do address that part of it. And that's why I said one of the descriptions, they need to have their own tiny home, their own space inside a secure facility, which I think is really cool. And it's going to be a smaller scale version of the home they remember. And they need to have evidently shop groceries, cafe, a beauty salon, a post office. Don't mention a pharmacy anywhere in there, but I'm assuming it would be in with the shopping center. Okay, so you address most of paragraph 2 in here. And then paragraph 3 was supposed to be, what is your role in business and how many are working with you? Um, my target, oh, what, there's your target audience. I missed that would be the elderly. Okay, elderly. What do you classify as elderly? Okay, I'm classified right now as a senior citizen because I'm 65. So what age are you saying elderly? What elderly has this big gamut. You could 70 could be elderly, 75 could be elderly. Um, so that's kind of vague. Let's see. And how many people are working with you? Okay, so you can build these tiny houses. They're going to be in a secure facility, which again, I think is really cool. You're going to have a shopping center there uh, for them as well. So what does this look like? How many people are going to be working with you? Are you going to subcontract this out? Okay. The reason these questions are important is it's going to impact your next step on what you're going to do. All right. You are perfectly welcome to redo this anytime you get below 73%. So you're at 50%. That you are welcome to redo an assignment. And it won't take long. You just have to reorient this a little bit. But so you have a lot of the information you need for 2, just not all of it. And then add third paragraph and you'll be good to go on this. All right. So let's look at step 4. I made a note and then I ate the note. Okay, step 4, you got 21 out of 25, which isn't half bad. Let's go look at it. Okay, 4.3, final project, word brochure. This is part 2 of your final project. You need a brochure to pass out to clients not mailed, okay, and others so that they know what your company's about. Before you actually create the brochure, you need to have an idea of what information will go in your brochure. For this first draft, you need to come up with your ideals for your brochure. All right, let's see. Put your brochure together. It's going to be a real rough one, as you believe it should be. Note the more work you do this week, the less you'll have to do for week 5. All right, so let's go look at your work thing right here in the middle. I've been rather lax on that one. I probably shouldn't be, but several of your colleagues did the same thing. So let's look at the rubric. Company name is included right there. You did a mission statement, okay. List of services and products, what we offer. Explanation of differences from other companies. You didn't say that. Here, let me download this. Okay. It said not mailed, but you do have that. Like I said, I've been kind of lax because some students are struggling with what all the information put in here. There's your mission, providing quality educated care while maintaining dignity and independence to our client. I love the picture. Okay, list of services, you have that there. Explanation of how you're different, not here. You could put more information here. It says that you used a table tool right here. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why that's a table. Okay, I'm not sure. Because I'm playing at the moment. Oops. It's the little things that make the biggest impact. That's good, but what's it supposed to be? Just out of curiosity. Emailing, email address, mailing address, phone number provided. You did that right there. Good job. Make up a phone number. 555-123-4567. Okay. Email, just do a fake email. Normally addresses would be okay, so this is not going to let me make changes. Nope. Okay, normally you would have at home again through Ashland Lane, Indianapolis, Indiana, just panel title and information provided for all 6 panels. I'm being super lax on that because if I think that a student is got things together, okay, and it's flowing like it should, like yours, I give you credit. Grammar, spelling. The reason they want titles like inside front, inside middle, inside back. So it's kind of bare, but this is your first draft, and except for the comparison here, this is fine. Let me show you one thing. In week 4, right here, lecture and assignment videos. Here's a 4.2 newsletter, how to do the video, company newsletter video. Okay, but that's not for you. Here, a good example of a completed two-sided, three-panel brochure from a student is right here. Here, a video how you compose a two-sided, three-panel student. So this is a student's example. This is a YouTube example that talks through there on how you do it. The student example would look like, uh, okay, it's a little busy. It's not necessarily the way I would do it, but it's still a good example. Okay, so where you have the mailing section, this is what she has here. Contact us. Here's the address. There's the name of her company. Uh, the one you didn't do, you had to have a table in. See how this is doing this? I think it would be better, but it's still a good example. That's why I got her permission to do this, to take it down to 12. See, now everything fits better. 14, 12 probably is good. See how that works. All right, helpful links. So she gave you some links. Mother's touch. Okay, this is her footnote. Like I said, I think it's a little busy and I would like, but she still did a good job. All right, she hit all the buttons. Our list of services here. You can make a difference. Reading with children. Volunteers are always welcome. Simple ways to do so are by, here's the 5 things. And then she has this. Let me take this off. It looks better. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so here's this. Okay, we have 3 columns here. So you have this one, and then you have yours. Stop, not you. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Put it over here. I'm gonna make hers a little smaller. I'm trying to put helps out there to show you what to do. I'm sorry, we're just looking like this. Okay, so here's yours, and here's hers. What you need to do is maybe you could put a picture of a small house here, of a tiny house. Then you could put some of the stores, just make up names to put some of the stores that you would have here. Um, that would take care of the rest of this. And then you can figure out right here, or you can leave it. I'm not, if this is just really too hard for you to get this panel in, that's fine. I gave you credit for it. You could just leave it alone. But you maybe want, like I said, put more information here and here. And it cannot be as a text, as a text box. All right. I don't know. Can't tell if you've already done, but if you've already done, if this is a text box, I don't think it is. I think this one is, if I remember right. Okay, so that. The other thing you need to do is, like I told you, here's a YouTube video. You have to forget the accent, all right? But it's really one of the better YouTube videos on about how you do this. 3, 2, 1. Make a brochure from scratch, which is what you're having to do. I know it's 2007, but it's basically still the same. Which is yours. Okay, so that gives you an idea of how to do it. So this was in week 4. All right, so Company name, company mission statement. We went through all this. So hang on a minute. Okay, I'm in week 5, 5.4, which is where you had to tweak this one from 4.3 to 5. So you had a lot of that done already. So let's look at the rubric. Margins not changed. Okay, so the margins, let me get out my cheat sheet. And it tells you there's a form that tells you exactly what you needed to do specifically. See, so you really need to talk to me. If you're going to be late submitting an assignment, by a couple days because you just don't understand and you can't get a hold of me right away, send me an email and say, look, first thing, I can turn this in, but I need to talk to you about. I need you to explain this to me. And you can see I could do a video for it. All right, so we're going to look here. And if you look down here and scroll down, there's an example brochure there, front brochure with formatting, inside brochure. See, part you need is your week 4 assignment. Here's a brochure formatting task list, okay, under create step 4. Wants me to save it again. I don't want to save it again, but right now that's what it wants me to do. So for the moment, I'll go along. All right, scroll down, and here's all the things you have to be sure exactly how to do it, okay? I print it out just so I can look at it when I grade students' work. I just wanted to show you where that was at. Okay, see, this goes all the way down here. All right, now let's look at it while we look at yours. Oops. Hang on just a second. Okay, margins. The margins were supposed to be changed to normal. So if I go over here to layout, margin, you have custom. They need to be normal right here. So now you see the lines, okay? And what you would do is picture tools format. Okay. You would have to play with this to get it lined back up again. See that little box I did? See, there's a picture box right here. So when I click on it, see this little things right here? All right, and you could center it maybe. Nope, wrong way. it over this way. Okay. This would take a little bit of playing. Okay. It really will. You have a whole extra page here. It just hiccuped and created, it got confused. I'm playing at the moment just to see. Yeah. Control Z and does everything. And so what you would do, I'm just saying for me down here, you could play with it. And if you have trouble, you send it to me, let me look at it, and then I'll play with it and see what I can do. So you have these things right here. And okay, so I pasted it back in. I cut it from down there. Somehow you've got them linked. Okay. Orientation was supposed to be landscape. Let's see if you have it landscape. Layout, orientation, you have it landscape. Okay, so you would have gotten those points. Word art. You can make this into word art really easy right here. Okay, word art is, I'm going to get rid of hers. Word art you can find up here. So you have it down as a table, and I'm not sure how you did that or why. Under design, colors, fonts. Right now I'm tired, I'm sorry. References, I'm trying to not make this too long for you. Oh, I wanted to tell you, see right here, if you don't know what to do something about, word art styles, inserting word art. See how you can do this? There, that's all it took. Now you use word art, okay? So that would then at columns, you got columns, we just need to fix it. Column breaks. That's just so things don't get wacko like it does here. Because I have this reduced, it's not going to show what I want it to. I'm sorry, I'm not thinking this afternoon. I apologize. I saw this, I just wanted to get back to you. Again, if you go, now where in the devil is column breaks? No. See, there's word art too. Okay. Get help on columns. Add columns, add columns and rows to a table, add cell. Okay, so, I know what it's doing. video. I'm recording a student. Okay, so where were we? Oh, we were on columns and breaks. Okay, you have columns. The breaks is in layout. Yeah, I looked right past it several times. So here's your columns. You put 3 columns in, which you did here, I think. So do you have, it looks like you have 3 columns. Okay. And then breaks so that you don't have the problem that you're having right there. You would put continuous, and you watch the video, okay? Continuous is one of a break, and then next page, I think, if I remember right, is how you would put this down here. But play with it. Footer, you don't include a footer. Fonts, you have, go home. That's a header for Dania. Dania, that's still the same font for Dania. Okay, so you need to, if you look under fonts, include at least 2 different font sizes and 2 different font colors. We've got 2 different colors. You have this one and this one, so that's part of it. And at least 2 different font sizes. That's 11 there. That's 15 there. And then 3 different fonts. So maybe like this one you would put, let's see, Arial. And then up here, you might like Calibri. It's kind of nice and thin. You just, have to change the size so people could read it better. It's a lot like the one you had, so that would solve that one. Bulleted list, you would have to put that in. Pictures, you've got pictures. You needed to have at least 2 pictures. So you got this picture, and I think this is, yeah, that's probably a picture. Yeah, it's a picture. So you have your pictures in. A table, you have to put in a table. Indented paragraph. To do an indented paragraph, what you do is click on your paragraph. Let's say this is it. And go right here. Indent. Usually it's, and you can see down here how it's changing. Usually it's 1/2 inch. Okay, but if you think that's too much because it looks kind of weird, you can take it down to 3. It doesn't say how much you have to indent it. Let me double check. No, it doesn't say how much. So if you want to do it 3 like that, that spreads it out a little bit. If you want this to look real nice instead of in and out like that, if you make it justified, it does that, which is okay. When you see blue, it means that there's something grammatically wrong. So if you click on the word and then right click on it, see, it tells you suggestions, so it should be ones. Spelling and grammar, oh, shapes. You would just want to insert shapes. You could do it this way. I'm just going to play. I haven't played with shapes in a long time. At home again, maybe heart would look good. And then you could right click on it, format it. Oh, fill. Do a different kind of, whatever you think would look good. That would kind of go with your, oh, okay. So that's one shape. And then, I don't know. Did you do this just as a table? I'm confused. It's still bugging me. I'm sorry. Insert another shape. What kind of shape would you like? What would be a shape you would like to go with this? I don't know. Oh, like a sunshine? And right click on it, fill. And that kind of goes with your border. Okay, see something like that. Spelling and grammar, extended, assignment extended. A lot of people aren't doing the assignment extended, which is okay. Page borders, the assignment extended is this thing right here. This would work. See how you have this right here? No. Okay, some of this you may just, so you're on the right track with this, and you have a good portion of it done. We don't do this brochure again until about week 8. And you can turn in this at any time because we're doing PowerPoint and then for a couple weeks and then we're doing Excel and there's one week that you guys are giving off. I'm going to send this back to you just so you can have it for something to reference. Take a stab at it, send it back to me. I won't grade it, but I'll comment on it and talk to you about it. Does that work for you? And all right, let's look at this. You don't need the word done. See, here's PowerPoint here for that we're finishing up. Here's PowerPoint there. No brochure here. That's Excel. You have to talk to me during Excel. Don't clam up on me. So you don't have to have the brochure all done till week 10. And that's when you're going to have your your classmates review it. And before they review it, because it's worth 25 points, I will be happy to review it. So you've got some time to play with it and act, and mess around with it. Let me know what you think about it. I'm sorry that you're feeling lost. As you can see, I can do a video. I can do also where we can talk actually on the phone and I can show you my computer screen and I can show you how to do things. I can tutor you. Nights aren't any good because I have a family member that needs a lot of my attention at night. It's my 38-year-old daughter. And so usually by 6 o'clock or so, 6:30, I'm tied up with family more so. So if we can meet, I don't know what your work schedule is. Um, we can work out a time somehow, someplace, somewhere. And I can share my computer with you, or you can tell me what you need and I can do another video. This one's a little extra long. It's too long for me as far as I'm concerned, but you can jump through it and stop it and pause it and come back to it so you can hear me jibber jabber, not quite all at once. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know, please. Bye bye.